It's yours truly, Chanel Jasmine, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I like to share a few hygiene tips that I use as a plus size girly. Just because you're on the plus side, it doesn't give you a right to be out here being funky. A couple of things that I do that guarantees that I smell amazing at all times. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So these are in no specific order. They're just things that I do that I kind of just jotted down, not from most important to least. They're all important. First things first is antibacterial soap. I swear by this soap. When I say this soap gets you squeaky clean, it gets you squeaky clean. It literally removes all dirt, sweat, bug spray, whatever. It removes all of it. If you don't believe me, shower with your Dove, right? And then pay attention to the tub. I bet you the tub still be clean if you cleaned it prior to, of course. And then take a shower with the antibacterial soap, and I guarantee you'll see a ring in that tub. It gets you squeaky, squeaky, squeaky clean. Just a little disclaimer, it kind of does leave your skin a little dry. I love Jergens. Jergens is my girl. I have been using that lotion for years, and that is the only lotion that really moisturizes my skin. Like if I get a dry patch or a skin reaction to something, I use Jergens for like a couple days, boom. Whatever issue I had is gone. I swear by that lotion. They need to sponsor me. I feel like the smell good lotions are just that. They're just for the smell. They're just for the fragrance. I don't believe that they really moisturize. And one thing about it, with the antibacterial soap, you need proper moisture. This is a trick I have been doing for years, and I swear by it. First of all, let's just put that out there. Everything that I'm saying, I swear by these tips. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. What I do is I take my deodorant. I only use powder scented deodorant, and I use the deodorant and I rub it between my rolls. I rub it underneath my breast. I rub it underneath my stomach, and I rub it in my crack. Hear me out. It sounds crazy, but as a plus size woman, those areas holds the most sweat because it's like a flap. There's skin in between those two rows, so they harbor sweat, and sweat harbors a smell. Now everybody nowadays is using witch hazel. That's like a new thing that's going on, but baby, I've been doing this for years, and I recommend the deodorant over the witch hazel. I actually tried the witch hazel, and it didn't give. Like literally, the deodorant kept me fresh in those areas all day, like all day. Use the deodorant in those areas. Just kiss. I use boric acid capsules after my menstrual. So it's basically a small little capsule that you insert up your lady parts, and then you just let her do the rest. I only use that after my cycle just to get everything back balanced. You know, your cycle is a smell and a lot be going on. So like it refreshes me down there after my menstrual, and I just love it. You want to take it before bed, and you want to wear underwear because there is some leakage. You can kind of Google what that is about. I'm not going to get into that. Do not wear underwear to bed unless you use the capsule. You gotta let her breathe. The fact that you had underwear on all day and then you have underwear on at night, you gotta let her breathe, honey. She's a very sensitive, fragile organ. Let her breathe. Chlorophyll capsules. Chlorophyll basically makes you smell good from the inside out. And as a big person, we sweat a lot. So you want the sweat to not have an odor, because obviously if your sweat stink, you gonna stink. When you get out of the shower, you want to air dry your body, but you want to use paper towel to dry your intimate area. Those areas harbor water, and bacteria grows in dark, moist, warm places. You want to make sure you pat them dry, and I recommend using paper towel because towels harbor bacteria. Now unless you changing your towel every day, which come on, who's doing all that? You would be adding that bacteria to your lady part, so you're just asking for a yeast infection. It's so much more convenient. Just use paper towel. Keep the grass cut. Hair harbors smells. As a plus size person, especially for your private areas, you have the stomach that leans over, so if you sweat automatically underneath your stomach and then your grass is not cut, all that sweat is getting trapped into that hair. Some people feel like it's just a grown woman thing. Listen, to each his own. But as a plus size person, if you want to stay fresh, you have to make sure that it's pretty much bald down there at all times, because you sweat more than a regular person. Like, I'm just gonna say it for what it is. A skinny person can keep a bush because a skinny person's stomach is flat. They don't have nothing there that's harboring sweat, versus us big people, we got underneath that stomach that harbors sweat and it leaks downward. So keep that grass cut. Plus size women are prone to yeast infections, so I like to take coconut oil, specifically organic, cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil. And what I like to do is on occasion, I like to put her up there. So let's say this is your vagina. You get the coconut oil and you just go like that. So don't actually stick your fingers up there just from the bottom and just go like that. If you didn't know that, plus size people are prone to yeast infection. So if you're plus size and you always have a yeast infection, we are prone to them. This trick keeps her together. I promise you. Once upon a time, I used to stay at an urgent care or calling my primary, hey, can you send me a prescription for such and such? Because I stayed with a yeast infection. It doesn't mean something's wrong. Plus size people are just prone to them. Yeast grows in warm, moist, dark areas. Plus size people, we sweat. There's a lot of warmth down there. It's dark. That's just a yeast playground. You don't have to do it every day. It kind of depends on you. For me, maybe like once a week, because she's calm. You know, I don't have those issues now. But if like yours is bad, you can use it every day. It is 100% safe. Right before bed, wear some underwear because oil melts, kind of get a little messy. I promise you, chef's kiss. I like to shower twice a day. In the morning, I exercise. So when I come back, I will shower and then I go in with my antibacterial soap. I work from home. So if I'm just home all day, I'll go in again and I'll just use some Dove with a body wash. But if I go out, then I'll do the antibacterial again. I have noticed a dramatic difference in my hygiene by showering twice a day. Like, once again, we are bigger, okay? We have more body weight. We have more areas for sweat to stay. I love how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like literally I'm just clean all day. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to take 20-30 minute showers. You can literally take a quick 10-minute shower. That definitely is a game changer. I promise you, you're going to smell so good all day. I like to use coconut oil in between my thighs. Before I started doing this trick, I used to get bumps in between my thighs just because our thighs rub together. It's a lot of friction. It's a more common space to break out. The coconut oil acts as a barrier. So when your legs rub together, it's rubbing on the oil. So it's not that much friction being put on your skin. Game changer for sure. Only use cotton underwear. Stop trying to be sexy. Stop trying to be sexy using silk. You need cotton. The cotton will absorb the moisture. And so by it absorbing the moisture, it's allowing that moisture to be able to escape somewhere. Versus if you have on silk underwear, it's not absorbing anything. So all that moisture is just staying down there, which again becomes a yeast playground. These are a couple random things that I do as a plus size girly to keep my hygiene up to par. And let me tell you something. These tips, game changer. One of the main compliments I get is that I smell good. To be honest, I love getting that compliment. Like, I prefer you tell me I smell good versus you telling me I'm beautiful. Just because you are on the bigger side and you have more body weight does not give you the okay to be funky. You might have to take that extra step, for example, the 2 showers a day, stuff like that, but it's worth it. You don't want people being next to you turning up their face because they can smell you from a mile away. You want people to stop you. Girl, what you wearing? What you got on? Girl, you smell so good. I went to use the bathroom. Someone went in behind me and said, are you wearing baby oil or baby powder fragrance? I said, no, why? They said, you smell like a baby. I think that's just my natural scent, to be honest. But I've heard on more than one occasion people tell me I smell like a baby. I don't have no baby lotion. And the days that they said that to me, I wasn't wearing it. I truly just believe that's my natural scent. First of all, a woman, period, should smell good. But as a plus size woman, you should smell so good. Don't allow the excuse that you're bigger to be a reason that you funky. Absolutely not. These are just a few hygiene tips that I follow that I wanted to share with all my plus size baddies out there. Big and all. We baddies, you feel me? Just because you're bigger don't mean you're exempt from being a woman. You're still a woman. You should still look good. You should always keep yourself together. I don't care if you 200 pounds or 700 pounds. Keep yourself together. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if you tried any of these tips and what was the results, because they work. I know they work, but I want to hear you tell me they work. Okay, always remember, Jesus loves you very, very, very much. Until next time, I love you all. Mwah.